Welcome to the Mike Rogers Show. Mike Rogers here with you. Today we have part 2 interview with Mr. Evan Murray in Taiwan, and he's a music promoter and he's got a lot of really interesting things. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and like this post, and let's go now to Mr. Evan Murray. Evan,
hey, how are you?
Nice to see you again.
Nice
Good.
to see
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine, man. So, you said you wanted to talk. I wanted to talk about something I heard. I just heard a rumor about something called Jade Music. I don't know what it is. And then you also said you wanted to talk about Japan. And so go ahead. Whichever one you want to talk about first, there, Evan.
Yeah. So I work for 2 non-for-profit organizations in Canada. One of them is called the Asian Canadian Special Events Association, and you can find that at acsea.ca. And then I work for another organization called We Are Canadian Too, and that's so these organizations. One is for of course, like the Asian Canadian events, and then the other one is for the underrepresented in Canada. So Canada is and much of the world is going this way too, is that it's very cognizant of its let's say underrepresentation of all the different people that make up Canada. And it's kind of that, and we've got, as this organization, we kind of make the government see how all the different types of people from around the world that make up Canada, can actually be used to leverage better business for all Canadians. And the thing is that, it's such a hard terminology saying to be used, but it's just, what it does is just grants more opportunity for underrepresented people to connect with other places in the world. Okay, so that's what it really means. And so in those initiatives, this language issue comes up in Vancouver, which is a city, in the whole area of Vancouver. I think you're looking at, now I could be wrong, but you might have to Google it, but you're looking at almost about somewhere in the neighborhood, around 4 million people in that whole entire region there. And 1 out of 5 people actually speak a Chinese language.
Wow.
So the thing is, so there's a big population, right, of Chinese speaking people. Now, I think Vancouver City itself is like 2 million. But anyways, that's just one group though, right? So and Chinese language doesn't mean, there's many types of Chinese languages. Like when we say English, there's just English and there's different dialects. But with Chinese languages, there's actually different kinds of Chinese languages. So it's like, there's like Mandarin and Cantonese and Hakka, and there's lots, man. There's lots. So the thing is, we have this initiative, and what this does is that we can see clearly is that we're creating a marketplace inside of Canada for the Chinese languages, but this is attracting other people, and this is saying, hey, this is such a great idea. This is so interesting. And some of those people are also, have to do with the, inside of Japan and inside of the Japanese government, inside of Canada too. So the thing is, now we're looking at the fact, we work inside of Taiwan and we connect Taiwan with Canada. This is our initiative. And we're like, look, there could be a trifecta here with Japan, Taiwan, Canada. And it's something exciting anyways, because I did just actually receive an invite to do a presentation of the Jade Music Festival Showcase at the Tokyo International Music Market. So they had contacted me and offered, well, there goes the neighborhood. Yeah, they had contacted me.
The alarm goes off. The alarm goes off as soon as you say you're coming to Tokyo. So I'll be ready.
Yeah, I'll be there in October. Japan's got some pretty, it's pretty complicated to get into Japan right now.
Very.
yeah. So
I get mails from people all the time like, we'd love to come to Japan. What should we do?
but
And I'm like,
Yeah.
You can't come to Japan now. So if you have a
It's
work
pro-
visa, you can.
yeah.
But-
So I literally they have to fill out these forms for me. It's called like
Oh, yeah.
EFRS or something, and then I
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
get
yeah,
a
yeah.
visa. And I had to have a full program plotted, and
Yes. So, yeah, it's not easy to get into Japan now, and very few people are allowed in. And if you're a tourist, you can be allowed in, but you have to be part of a big corporate tour group.
right.
So you that means you ride a lot of buses, go see some place for like 2 hours, get back on the bus, go back to the hotel. You know what I mean? And don't leave
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hotel. Yeah. It's
You're not walking around
Sure.
downtown.
No way.
Yeah.
no, that sounds terrible to me. So that's gonna be. So you're
Yeah.
gonna be here when? October what?
I'll be there mid-October. I'm still looking at the dates. The conference showcase is October 17th to the 19th, but I might be there a couple of days earlier. We'll see what happens. Because we have a good relationship with the Canadian Embassy there as well. And that was kind of, that was helped with via Kathy Hahn and the initiatives I was helping with the global trade affairs with Canadian Music Week. So.
I'm getting off the subject, but isn't Kathy Hahn? Isn't she a nice lady?
She's an awesome lady, man, and she's got the world has the world at her fingertips,
Yeah.
And, I made a great relationship with her a couple of years ago. She invited me to help her. So global affairs, this is really nice actually to talk about this, because Canada, Canada's doing a lot of stuff. I gotta say, like, I'm not trying to boost, like, oh, I'm so proud to be Canadian, but Canada is really, really focused on, equality and equity and kind of creating as much opportunity as it can, for people in Canada. And I'm a little bit proud of that, like how much Canada actually does, try to do for its citizens. And one of the things that we do is Kathy brought me on her team for what's called global trade affairs. And so what happens is, like, they locate like the Canadian trade office, and then they build a clientele list of all the different people inside of that country. And then they go into, well, you participated. That's where that relationship. So we did like 9 different countries, and I mean, what an amazing resource to have all these meetings with these people in these all these different countries. So I mean, Canadians are super lucky in that regard, and I think more of that needs to happen everywhere.
Wow. Okay, so wait, so Tokyo, the only thing you wanted to mention about Japan was the Tokyo, the music market, October 7th.
Well, because
where is that? Where is that going to be? Do you know?
That's in Tokyo in the Shibuya Hotel. Like, it's a conference center connected to that.
Shibuya, Tokyo
Shibuya.
Hotel.
Yeah.
I know which one.
But no, what I want to talk about there is, the thing is, because the Chinese language has it's so big in Vancouver. Obviously, like the amount of Japanese speaking people, it's not as much as the Chinese language people inside of Canada, but there is a lot. And the thing is, the Canadian government seeing this now about giving the elevation to to people of different languages. This really makes it exciting for Japan as well, because this is just our first year doing this, and we're going into an award show, and we build from there. So the thing is, it's about creating a marketplace in an English-speaking country where we're not just looking at the dysphoria and saying, hey, look, let's just sell this music to these people. I mean, Canada's already a bilingual country. I don't think it would hurt much if we kept traveling down that road and exploring different opportunities with with different languages and the people that live there.
Yeah, just some information for you. I believe, and I can't remember when I heard this. I read Nikkei research said there were 8 million Chinese living in Japan. They're called Zainichi.
See,
I don't know why they don't call them Chinese. I think Chinese born here. I think it is. But there's like 8 million, and these people speak perfect Japanese and perfect Chinese, and they speak English. They're so smart.
Yeah, that's amazing. 8 million is like almost as many people that live in Sweden. I mean, that's a a lot of people. 8 million. You know, like,
all of the Chinese restaurants here are run by Chinese. All of them, and there's a lot of them. They're all run by Chinese people. Like I said, they're called Zainichi, and and their Japanese is perfect. But you can tell a little bit if you listen to them carefully. You can tell a little bit. Okay, this person's Chinese, but they're not really Chinese. They're Japanese, you know, but they're descended from China. You know what I'm saying? But
I do
not
know.
get into that. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, that's a whole complicated linguistic mess.
Yeah. So I'll look for the information and I'll post it down below the video here for that.
JMFA.ca. JMFA.ca.
So is this can anybody go to this, or is this just industry people only?
Yeah, no, well, we want people to definitely support the initiative. So, I mean, anyone can come. We're going to keep it really tight with the artists. Like, we're only going to have a very small select amount of artists because we actually want to make great things happen for them, you know? So we don't want to have 300 artists showing up and roaming all over Vancouver and doing it that way. Like, that is incoherent, and I'm not sure why so many showcases festival work that way. It's incoherent to operate like that. We're trying to really we're establishing a lot of things. We're doing like a lot of the in the beginning of the week, we're going to do like food and the art, like the writing styles, and we're going to all incorporate that with the music, and then we're going to go towards, we have some really beautiful venues in Vancouver. We're at the hub of the Vancouver Art Gallery. I'm pretty excited about it. Like, I kind of got an investment in this too. I am married to a Taiwanese woman, and I have 2 beautiful little girls that are bilingual themselves. Or will be bilingual, because my one is not really talking yet. She's only 1. But I think it's just about, it's a big world, and I think there's lots of space to share.
Okay, well, we got to wrap this up, but Evan, if people want to get a hold of you, they want to talk to you, hey, Evan, give me some advice, I want to tour Taiwan, I want to do this, I want to do that, how can they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
They can get a hold of me on, I got so many emails.
Facebook, or...
Yeah, they can reach me on Facebook, Evan Murray. They can reach out to me, Evan at musicindustryins.net.
Evan at musicindustry...
musicins.net. Yeah, INS, yeah.
Okay.
musicindustryins.net. I have a podcast I did there, and we're actually going to be doing another podcast series called On the Rise, and that's going to be about Chinese language artists and stuff like that. So, but Mike, listen, I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity to kind of just talk freely and tell you all about these exciting things.
What we're all about. Really people want to know. People want to know this information. This is not something you can find just like in a magazine or something like that. This is from what I don't want to say this, but from the horse's mouth. This is the best information people
There
get.
You go. Well, I think that's true too, man. Like there's a lot of independent artists out there. Honestly, if I would have had more guidance when I was an artist, I could have really quit. I was fortunate. I had some lucky breaks, and part of life is luck, obviously. But I could have fast-tracked a lot of things, and I could have saved a lot of money, and I could have just understood the game a whole lot better if I had someone telling me, kind of giving me a roadmap on, don't go this way, go this way. You know? So that's what it's all about, man. Just trying to help people out and trying to create a better industry.
Wow, thank you so much, Evan Murray. And everyone, if you want to get a hold of Evan Murray, I guess you can just look on Facebook and look up my name and then look at my friends and just type in Evan, and there he'll be. he'll be there. You can contact him and write to him and ask him your questions. And anyways, Evan, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. You've been a great guest. Lots of information. I appreciate it so much.
Hey, thanks very much, Mike. Take care, and I hope to see you soon, all right?
Thank you so much to Mr. Evan Murray in Taiwan and for the interesting talk. He's got so many things to go on. If you want to get a hold of him, check out my Facebook page, and then you can check out my friends, and then you can find Evan Murray there, and then you can contact him and get information on what you need. Don't forget to subscribe and like this post, and don't forget to listen to the Mike Rogers Show. Links are listed down here. See you tomorrow. Bye.